Communication. That's what we're going to talk about today. Is communication. How important that is across all walks of life. G'day everyone. Welcome back to another big time car chat. Big time chat in general. So today subject is communication. So I just want to talk about how fucking important that is, and we'll start off by talking about business and how important it is in business, and then also everyday life and some real world examples. So pretty much when I started out in my business, I've always thought that I was pretty good communicator, and I am, but I had to get better at it. And this is only just a couple of years ago, and there's one specific time where a guy or a bloke that I sort of knew fairly well, one of my good mates, they worked together, and I'd done a job for him, and anyway, we didn't really have a plan or anything like that. It was sort of all just discussed about how it'd be. And sort of take that with a grain of salt, because pretty much I'd sort of done the job for him, and then he didn't want to pay the amount, and it sort of got a little bit ugly there. But I sort of take a little bit of that responsibility, not full responsibility because he is a bit of a fuckwit, but anyway. That's another story. I take a bit of that responsibility just because of the communication, and it should have been a lot better. I should have done a proper plan up of exactly where everything was going, all the pipe work, the pumps, all that sort of stuff that were in that job, and I should have done that. And since then, I think there's been one other that is a little bit tricky as well. But also one of my good mates that I work with as well, he's a landscaper, and he's had the same drama with another client as well. And he sort of thought that communication and what they wanted was pretty straightforward, but not how they interpreted it. Now, the client interpreted it. So I'm sure, there's a bit of an element of whether someone can think they can screw you a bit more and go, well, seeing as there's no clear plan, I'll just say, no, I actually wanted this and I wanted that. So, there's a bit of trust issue that goes into that as well. So I've figured that every single job from now on, I'll either write up exactly what we are doing, and I'll even do a little map to show the client exactly what we want done, because you can speak about it all you want, but until you actually, the client might say that they wanted a fucking tap in one location, and you've put it in a slightly different location or something like that. So, and then they might not like that, or you just forgot about that they wanted that tap, or they try and get a bit more out here and say, no, I told you that I wanted the tap there as well, and you're like, well, I don't think you fucking did. But anyway, the best way to do it is now just to map out exactly where everything goes, and just have a clear plan. Now you can even use AI. Use ChatGPT to write up just say, look, this is what we've spoke about, and this is the plan. Can you just generate a bit of a summary on all this? And it'll do that, no dramas. And which is bloody a beautiful thing, because you don't have to spend too much time doing that. So that's one bit of advice I've got for anyone starting up a business, is be fucking clear as day on what you want. On the job. So draw up a map, take that little bit of extra time. Doesn't have to be, even what I've got is an iPad, and I've just got a little fucking Apple Pencil, and I'll just mark up I'll do a bit of a rough markup on that, showing all the detail that what I think me and the client have discussed, and I send it to them and get them to sign it and say, yep, that's exactly what we want, and bang, there you go. You got no dramas then. They can't sit back and go, no, but we wanted this here, or we wanted that there, or we didn't want this. It's just, it's straightforward. So, and a lot of businesses still don't do that. I don't know how they do it. Like the last company I worked for, we didn't do that, and there was a lot of issues with that as well. So I just figured the easiest fucking way to just avoid that altogether is to have a clear, fucking crystal clear plan. Unless it's only something very small, where they want to tap in a fucking garden bed and they point to it and they mark it out. That's the other thing too. Even though someone will point to an area of where they want something done, it's still best to actually get a little flag and go, rightio, so you're happy that you want that right there. I say yes, because when they point, that might mean they fucking were pointing over in a different direction, or that not a different direction, but a different area, and you go and put in a tap or go and put in something where they've roughly pointed, and they're not happy with that either. So I think it's just easier to have a clear plan, a clear layout, and that's the communication aspect of there. So that's the biggest lesson so far I reckon I've learned in business is communication, be clear on everything. That also translates over to relationships and really just everyday life. Like with my missus, like a lot of relationships, a lot of blokes that I know, they've had relationships where I just don't know if people know how to fucking communicate properly with their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, because like, we haven't even had sex in bloody whatever it is, 6 months or fucking 8 months, and I just don't know. Well, you fucking spoke to her, like, what's the go? Oh no, well, she shouldn't, it just should be. Well, no, just have a conversation, like, say, so what's the go? Like, what are we doing, rather than just being fucking salty at each other. With my missus, I can say anything. I'll say absolutely anything to her, and whether it's fucking rude or, we have some good banter, but at the end of the day, when something's wrong, the only way we're going to resolve it is by communicating. It is literally the biggest tool, best tool I think there is, and it's a bloody. It's a skill. It is a very skill, and a skill that a lot of people lack. So, anyway, there's a couple of little examples, and everyone just fucking get better at communicating. It's really not that hard. You just need to do it. If you're thinking about running a business, you need to get better at communicating. If you think you're good at it, you need to be better. But if you know your shit house and you still want to start a business, and you got no people skills, then I wouldn't even fucking worry about even tempting to start a business, because you're just not going to fucking succeed. So it's not hard, but it is a skill. So anyway, like and subscribe. I'm dropping probably some daily videos, really, and just talking some random shit, and that's what I like to do. So cheers.